Hi guys, Catherine here. Today I'm going to do a video on the Young Living Premium Starter Kit, which I purchased through Young Living Canada. This video will be good for those beginners who have a starter kit, but you're not too sure exactly what all the pieces of your kit are about or what all your oils are for. We'll also go over the diffuser and just talk about how to maintain it and use it properly. So hopefully you find this video helpful. So, Young Living. Why did I choose Young Living? Well, Young Living is a therapeutic grade oil. They have an exceptional reputation, which they've been known for decades. So that's what really drew me to the company, because I've used essential oils in the past, but I haven't really known much about where the oil came from. And even on the label, if it says pure or all natural, you sort of assume that that's true. But the more research I've done, the more I've learned that companies can actually write that when not 100% of the oil actually is pure essential oil. But with Young Living, they have a seed to seal guarantee where what is in that bottle actually is 100% pure essential oil, which is a therapeutic grade, which means it actually is effective for what that plant medicinally can do for your body in supporting your immune system or your respiratory system and so on and so forth. So that's in particular what I like about the company, because I can trust that what I'm rubbing on my skin or inhaling or even taking internally is actually pure and doesn't have chemicals or synthetics or fertilizers that were at some point introduced into the oil and maybe not even labeled. So we know that that's not going to be the case, and you don't need to worry about that with this company. And unfortunately, you have to be really careful with other companies where you may not have the purest form of oil that you're looking for. So with a starter kit, I think it's a really great way to start, as the name alludes to, because what they do is they include so many different oils that are useful for your everyday life, whether it's from just using your diffuser or cleaning or for all the health benefits that you can get. So it's a nice array of oils that help to support so many body systems and emotional and mental health as well. And it would be hard for you to go to the store and just pick out 11 oils and try and have a nice set of them that would be able to do all of that in one. So they've done the work for you, which is really nice, and included this really beautiful diffuser, which not only looks nice, but it's incredibly effective, and the scent that it produces is just unbelievable. So that, for all those reasons, I'm just very, very happy that I have my kit. I wish I would have gotten it even sooner, but that's okay. So let's take a look at the diffuser itself. So here is the dewdrop diffuser. It's named that because it sort of looks like a dewdrop in the morning on the fresh grass. So the outside of the dewdrop diffuser is a cone, so I'll just remove that. Then there's an inner cone, which just simply removes as well. And it might be hard to see, but inside there's a little red dot on top of a small little area here. And you only want to fill the water up until just underneath the red dot, and no more than that. And after that, you just put your essential oil in, which will be maybe 4 or 5 drops. You can start slow and with a few drops and kind of increase as you need to. Sometimes a little can go a long way depending on which oil you choose. So after I've filled it with the water, I've put my few drops in here that I've chosen, and I'm going to replace the inner cone, the outer cone, and there's a button here. I'll just press it once and a blue light appears. So you can kind of see it has a bluish tinge there, and you can see that the steam is coming out as well. And say you're wanting to do a lavender diffusion and you may be bothered by the light, but you want your steam to keep coming out, so you can just press the button once and you can see the diffuser still working, but the light is off. And then if I wanted to turn it off completely, I just press the button again and it's off. So the nice thing is too, say that lavender was super effective and you just fell asleep and forgot about your diffuser running. That's okay, because it's going to shut itself off after around 4 hours. Or if there was less water, it would just shut itself off as soon as the water runs dry. So you don't need to worry about having to think about turning it off. it's smart enough that it knows to do that on its own. The other nice thing about the diffuser is it diffuses in quite a wide area. So you don't have to worry that it's just going to stay in its little space. The scent really does drift through the house really nicely. So I really like that about it as well. Just make sure I don't forget anything. Oh, cleaning, that's right. So inside the diffuser, there's a metal ring in the center, and that's where the actual diffusion is happening. So then if you do want to clean it, like say there's some residue or you're just noticing the smells are kind of mixing, you can just take a Q-tip with rubbing alcohol and just rub around the actual metal ring. And for a maintenance clean, maybe once a month, you could do a vinegar water solution and just diffuse that, just so that the whole unit gets a nice fresh clean. So I think that's it. Oh, also it works to humidify the air as well. So when you see that steam coming out, that's actually the water vapor, which helps, especially this time of year when the air is really dry and you're waking up with a dry mouth and a dry nose. This actually helps to provide moisture to the air. So let's move that to the side. Now this is the actual kit itself. The oils are inside. So it's a beautiful box with a nice lavender field. Just gonna remove the sleeve. And then inside, you'll see it opens up sideways like this. And there's a pocket here, which has got a lot of really awesome reading material. It's got some resources about the oils themselves, some other information about the business of Young Living, and just a good read to go through all of it. Then I'll remove this top layer here, which is fun. It's all the beautiful oils. And then there's this little white paper, and underneath there's another tray of treasures. So you've got just a few nice kind of additional things they've added to the kit. So you've got some little containers here. They're little sample bottles. So if you wanted to take those traveling, or you wanted to share your oils with a friend, you can also just drop a few drops of oil in here and give them that. And there are also little information cards that you can include with that in case they want to know more about the oils. There's also your 11th oil is in here. Sorry. So that's just sitting in here, which is Northern Lights for me. It's delicious. Well, not delicious, but smells yummy. So then you also have one of these little metal roller balls, which is really cool because say I just want to use my Northern Lights, I can take this plastic part right off that's inside here, and I can actually add the metal part as a roller ball. Now you would think you just press it down for it to work, but actually you take the black screw top and you just screw it on, and you'll hear maybe like a little click, and when you unscrew, it's nicely stuck on there. And then I'll be able to just have it with me in my purse or in my bag, and I can just kind of roll it on, and then when this runs out, I can just pop this off, which is a little bit tricky, but again, I'm going to use the cap to just sort of gently go back and forth, pop it off, and I can maybe reuse this bottle to make a new blend or put something else in it. So it's kind of nice because I can reuse the bottle and I have this really cool roller bottle cap. So that's nice, a nice little feature. Also included in mine was a Thieves' Hand purifier, which is nice just have in your purse as well. Thieves is one of the oils that's a nice blend for germ killing, and they have a whole line of awesome cleaning products as well. So that's something to look for. And also I have these two packets. So this is the Ningxia Red. It's a drink that's an antioxidant drink that also has some essential oils in it. So it's very delicious when it's cold. So it's nice to throw these in the fridge. And it doesn't take a lot. You can just drink 1 ounce and you can really taste the health of it because there's just so many fruits and vegetables that are jam-packed in here. Plus the key ingredient is the wolfberry, which is actually from the Ningxia region in China. It's very high in antioxidants. So they've made this amazing concoction for us. And it's, again, another line that they carry. And they also have a starter kit. So there's more information on that in your product guide or on the website. But don't wait to try this. At least try it, because you'll probably be surprised at how good it is and how good you feel once you do taste it. So we'll just move this aside and we'll go through the oils. Let me just... Okay, so the cool thing about this little tray of oils here is it has a stand as well, which is nice because you can have it anywhere in your house sort of displayed. I'm going to start talking about some of the single oils that the kit comes with. So lavender is one of the singles. So there's singles and blends. So lavender is probably one of the most commonly known essential oils out there. Most people think of lavender and sleep and relaxation, which is what it's amazing for. You can throw a little lavender into some Epsom salts and have an amazing bath. There's also the, you know, like a nice linen spray that you can make, or a few drops on your pillow. There's like an endless amount of ways to use lavender for your rest and relaxation. A lot of people don't know it's also very beneficial for skin. So just adding it to some jojoba oil or some coconut oil is really nice for healing and just for good skin health. And oh, the other thing, it's very good for babies as well. So I have a baby and I use it on him quite a bit just to help keep him relaxed. And I do a lot of DIY body washes and diaper creams and even my own baby wipes. And I just add a few drops of lavender. So it's an awesome, awesome oil. All those different ways of using it kind of is the reason it's called the Swiss Army knife of oils, because people find that when they're not quite sure which oil to use at a particular time, they think, well, let's just try the lavender because chances are good it's going to have some positive effect. So you can always try lavender if you're unsure as to which oil to try. Let's see. Lemon. Oh, this is a really awesome oil. Like, they all are awesome, but I just love this one so much. So lemon, it actually is made out of the rind of the lemon and not the actual pulpy juice, which is interesting. It has more of that bittery sour than just a straight sour scent, which is really nice because it's very rich and very invigorating when you smell it. Lemon has so many uses as well. It's quite versatile. It's very high in antioxidants, so it's good for our immune systems. If you choose to take your essential oils internally, I know I drink a drop of lemon essential oil in my water every morning just to help with detoxifying after sleep. It's also really amazing for mood, so if you're feeling down, it really helps to energize and uplift you. And cleaning, it's amazing for cleaning. So it's disinfecting, it's an antiseptic. There are so many DIYs you can do: kitchen sprays, your toilet, your sinks, all sorts of things. You just always want to remember that because it's citrus, it has that ability to etch or maybe eat away at certain things. So if you're going to put it into a container, you want to make sure that container is glass and not plastic, because that plastic can cause, with the citrus, can cause it to leach chemicals into whatever that fluid is, which is against the whole point of using oils and being healthy. So use glass whenever possible with the citrus oils. And also, one other point I was going to make. Oh, if you're going to use it on natural stones such as marble or granite with your kitchen sprays, just don't use the citrus oils because they have that possibility that they could etch or eat away at stone. So I use it more on my sinks and the counters that aren't made of stone. It's totally safe, disinfecting, and it smells so amazing, and cleaning is more fun. So of course you can throw it in your diffuser as well. That's a given, just to give you that fresh, invigorating feeling. And if you have any kind of sticky residue from price tags or tape or labels, a little drop of the lemon with just a cloth or paper towel just removes the stickiness. So it's very cool. So many different things you can do with lemon. Copaiba. Now that's one that probably many of you haven't heard of, even if you have been using essential oils. So it's actually extracted from a tree, from the sap of a tree. So this is an amazing magnifier of other oils. So what you can do is, say you are using peppermint, for example, because you have a headache and you're just feeling sort of achy. If you add some copaiba to the peppermint, it helps to enhance and magnify the properties of whatever oil you're adding it to. So it's kind of nice to know that you can sort of make some of your oils extra strength by adding some copaiba to it. It's also great on its own, of course. It has a lot of its own amazing qualities. It's great for digestion, skin, so helps to firm skin and any loose skin that you may have. So you can add it to your lotions or your serums. Bug bites as well, if you're suffering from those. And it's also very good if you're experiencing pain and you want some relief. Panaway is our one of the best pain blends that you have in your starter kit, but adding the copaiba to the Panaway really supercharges that effect of pain relief. So that's another way to use it. And then just emotionally, it's good for anxiety and helping people calm down when they're feeling really stressed. So diffusing it is great as well. What's next? Peppermint. Peppermint is another amazing oil. So peppermint has that really invigorating, fresh, crisp smell. It just really energizes you. Like if you're studying or you're sitting in an office and you're just getting that 4 o'clock slump feeling where you want coffee or chocolate, if you have peppermint in your desk and you just take a whiff of that, chances are good you will not need your coffee. Maybe you should have a big water, another whiff of peppermint, and you'll probably be good to go for the rest of the day. As I mentioned before, it's good for headaches as well. So if you wanted to put a little bit of peppermint around your temples or on the back of your neck, it really can help some people to ease that pain of a headache. Digestion. So when you go to a restaurant and you get your bill, they often throw a few candies on the table. Those are peppermints, but they probably don't have essential oils like this in them. But that's the idea, is that peppermint is going to help you to digest your meal. After a heavy, fatty, rich meal, you might feel like, you know, all the symptoms of that. This might help to relieve that. So it's nice to even take in a glass of water. Obviously, we use peppermint in oral health as well. So you could put a drop on your toothpaste or on your toothbrush with baking soda, however you brush your teeth. You can have some in your mouthwash or make your own. Lots of different DIYs out there for oral health as well. And there's just a list that goes on and on. So I'll just keep moving, but you can just see that there's an endless number of things you can do with peppermint. Frankincense. So that's one that a lot of people have heard of, probably not through essential oils, but from the biblical reference. It was one of the gifts that one of the wise men gave to baby Jesus. So that's often how we know it, but people usually don't know what frankincense actually is. So again, frankincense, it comes from the tree of a plant, or sorry, it comes from the sap of a tree. And it's an amazing oil for spirituality and meditative states. If you're looking for something to help calm you down when you're really ready to clear your mind, frankincense is great to just inhale or diffuse. So it's very calming for that. It's also incredible for skin. So I add it to jojoba oil and just use it on my face as a moisturizer. And so you could do that as well. Also, if you had stretch marks or scars or moles, all kinds of skin conditions, it will support healthy skin. Mood, again, sort of an uplifting of, you know, anxiety and stress. Just having a few whiffs of frankincense can kind of help clear your mind and just bring you back down. And other than that, there are just a ton of other things. So you can see frankincense is an awesome oil. It's a very valuable oil and a very expensive oil, which is really awesome that it's in this kit, because otherwise you may have not thought to purchase it, or you may have thought it was too much of an investment to buy on its own, but it's really valuable within this kit. So yeah, great value. Next up is Northern Lights. So again, I mentioned I had added the rollerball to my Northern Lights. This is an incredible oil. It's a Canadian oil, so I'm very proud of that as well. They grow it, the trees, the black spruce Northern Light trees are grown in Fort Nelson in northern British Columbia. And it's very cool because in that part of Canada, in British Columbia, there actually are northern lights that can be seen in the sky at night. So they're sort of dancing above the black spruce trees as they grow, and those are the trees that are harvested and the oil is distilled from them. So it seems pretty special. It smells incredible. It's woodsy but soft, so a lot of men really love it. Like all sorts of men in my life, like my dad, my brother, my husband, they all are really drawn to Northern Lights, and I've done some aftershaves and soaps and things like that. But then women love it too because it's got that softness that's not flowery, so it's just a great oil overall in terms of scent. Most people just love it so much. It's also really invigorating, so you just take that smell and it just smells like you're walking through a crisp, cool forest. You're just feeling very awake. I like to add it to Epsom salts as well, so you've got that sort of steamy bath going. It's very spa-like. It's really nice for that. And it's great for massage because you can just feel sort of your skin having that tingling feeling, plus the smell of it. Just awesome. Love it so much. So that's Northern Lights Black Spruce. Now in terms of the blends, so we've done singles, now we're going to talk about our blends. Thieves. So Thieves is an incredible blend. It's sort of Young Living's signature blend. Most people who know that Young Living know and love this oil. This was my gateway oil, so I fell in love with it and then continued to sort of get to know all the other oils. But this one is amazing in so many ways. For your immune system, it's incredible because it's a blend of very powerful antibacterial and antiviral herbs. So you have your rosemary, clove, cinnamon, lemon, and eucalyptus all mixed in together in this one blend. So you can imagine how Thieves smells. It smells like Christmas and winter and baking and just all these amazing things in one. Absolutely love it. It doesn't just smell great though, it's actually very powerful. Germ killer. So I use it for my cleaning supplies. I use it for, I make hand sanitizer, I diffuse it when I'm feeling under the weather or someone's sick in my home. All sorts of different ways you can use it for its antiseptic purposes. The whole story behind the name Thieves is that during the plague, there were thieves who were going around stealing from people who were very ill. So normally, if you were even exposed to these people in any way, you yourself would become ill and die, because the plague was a very serious illness to contract. But these thieves in particular managed to get away with stealing from all these people, and they didn't get sick. So once they were actually busted, the story is that they were told they would be let go if they would admit how it is that they managed to not become ill after exposure to this illness. And they had disclosed that they were spice traders and that they had all these spices on them, and that combination of spices that protected them is the combination that makes up this blend. So it's a really cool story. And to this day, Thieves is just an awesome, really popular oil for a good reason. I also use it for oral health, so I put it on my toothpaste. There's actually toothpaste that Young Living sells that is from a Thieves line. They have cleaning products, all sorts of different things that they've concoctions that they've created themselves using Thieves and other all-natural ingredients to make beautiful products that you can purchase too from the product guide. You can have a look or go online to their website. Yeah, so that's Thieves. Lots to say, but an amazing, amazing oil. Our next blend is diagnose. So diagnose, sort of kind of a weird name, you're thinking. So I like to think of it as energized digestion because it's a digestive healthy oil. It diagnose has fennel and anise and ginger and all these different plants that are very good for supporting the digestive system. It has a very interesting scent. If you're not into those kinds of spices, you might find it sort of off-putting to you, but the point is that it's very effective. And I think the bottom line is Young Living doesn't make oils for just a fragrance or a perfume. That if that's what you're looking for, that's not what the company is about. They're about providing you with the very essence, like the lifeblood of the plant, if you know what I mean. And sometimes that doesn't smell so nice to us, but it has amazing qualities and characteristics that support our health. So we need to remember that, because it is so powerful and so many people benefit from diagnose every day, especially if you do have the digestive issues, bloating, nausea, belching, all those kinds of things, issues with, you know, having bowel movements, all kinds of things. Diagnose is the oil for you, and it'll probably be your favorite. Also, there's a theory that if there's an oil and you're not particularly fond of the smell, it might be because that's what your body needs the most. So it's something to think about. If there's an oil that you crack open and smell and think, oh, I hate that, maybe that's because you're deficient in some way, and maybe that oil can actually support you. Something to consider. Oh, this is also an awesome oil to have with you when you're traveling, because you don't necessarily know you're going to have digestive issues if you're on a road trip or traveling abroad. And so it's good to have in an emergency when you might need it. You might want to start using it before or just as a maintenance when you're on a trip, just to prevent, you know, digestive issues from slowing you down. What else? Just amazing oil that helps you aid in digestion. It also has peppermint, I believe. So again, those oils all work well together, just to stimulate those digestive juices and keep things passing more comfortably for you down there. So our next blend is RC, another awesome blend, especially this time of year. February, everyone seems to be getting the sniffles or like full out flu and cold. So this will be definitely an oil that you'll be using quite a bit of. So RC stands for respiratory congestion. So as the name suggests, it's very powerful for supporting respiratory health and helping to minimize the symptoms of congestion. So one way that I've used this oil is just getting a steamy bowl of water and then just putting a few drops in, throwing a towel over my head, and just inhaling deeply. And you will not believe the stuff that can come out. I know, too much information, but really it's just incredible to have your nasal passages cleared when you've been suffering from being congested for any length of time. It really sucks. You know, if you've had that happen to you. So this gives you so much relief. So give that a try. People, you know, with sinusitis, allergies, there are so many symptoms that are accompanied with those issues, and they make you so uncomfortable, and it's hard to get through a day just living like that. So if anything can help with the symptoms, it's definitely worth a shot. It's also nice if you are sick, kind of reminiscent of that vapor rub that you would have when you were little, rubbed on your chest or on your feet and then socks on top, that kind of mentholiness. This will do that for you. I do a little coconut oil with some RC if I'm feeling sick at night, and you just put some on your chest or just on your feet or on your neck, and it's just that comforting feeling and that smell that helps to keep your nasal passages feeling more clear, and it's just a little bit easier to breathe that way. And yeah, that's pretty much all for that one. You just have a smell and you'll be like, okay, I know exactly what to do with that one. It's very, very effective for me, so hopefully you find that too. Next is purification, another amazing, amazing oil. another blend. So it's got lemongrass and just all sorts of purifying plants, as the name suggests, purification. So easy to know what to do with this. You want to put this where you have unwanted odors. So stinky shoes, for example, you could put a little purification on a cotton ball and just stick it in your shoes. Any area of your home where you're feeling is particularly smelly, fish is cooking or something's burning, you can get your diffuser, a few drops of purification, and just let it go. If someone's coming over but you haven't had the chance to clean the house yet, maybe if you just diffuse purification, it looks a little cleaner because it smells clean. Dryer, instead of dryer sheets, I have wool balls, or I just put a few drops on a face cloth and I throw it in the dryer with my clothes, so it really gives it that fresh scent. Or if you forget to pull the wash out and it's kind of been sitting there for a few more hours than you'd like it to, instead of having to rewash everything, I add a bit of purification and toss it in the dryer, and it's like I hadn't forgotten at all. So it's really awesome for that. Traveling, again, it's nice to have a little spritzer bottle with you to have water mixed with purification, and you get to a hotel room. Hotel smells kind of weird. Nice to just go around and sort of purify things. Thieves as well would be good for that. And also bathroom odors. So I have a air freshener bottle that I just made up with some purification and some water, and I just threw it in some little bottles, and I have it in each washroom to use as a spray for that. And pet health. There's actually quite a few recipes out there for ear mite and flea prevention. You can do DIY collars for your pets using purification, which is nice to know that's an option, because what's available in the pet stores probably is quite toxic. So this at least is a much gentler option, which is just as effective, hopefully. Bug repellent. Another amazing recipe is using purification in a bug repellent, just a spray bottle with, with purification and some other ingredients just to repel those bugs. Or you can, because of the citronella, that's why. And also you can do really cool candles where you put a bit of purification in water and have a floating candle. I saw it on the Young Living website. It's beautiful. So that's another option to do. So many DIYs and purposes for purification. It's just awesome. Next blend is Panaway. So I mentioned this is great for pain. So this has a mix of wintergreen and clove. It's got that sort of icy, cool, but warm feeling on the skin, if you know what I mean. Sort of like those muscle rub that you can buy, except this is natural, so it's much nicer to use. So again, you can mix this with the carrier oil and apply it to wherever you're having pain, discomfort, post-exercise. Maybe you've had a really hard day at work, if you're doing a lot of manual labor, it's nice to do this. Another favorite for me is Epsom salts. Just put a few drops into some salts and then put it in the tub. You never want to drop your oils straight into the water in the bathtub, because then you're just going to have pooled oil floating around near you, and that's just too much oil at once. So it's nice because the Epsom salt helps to diffuse and sort of carry the oil through the water. So it's also good for, the reason it works, Panaway works so well, is because the plants in it help with inflammation. And so the inflammation and the pain go together. So that's how that works, and helps with circulation as well. So you have issues with circulation, it's something to consider using. And it just smells so amazing, invigorating, and just awesome. Lots of energy that you can get after using some Panaway. And I think we've covered all the oils, which is sort of sad because I love talking about them all. But there are so many other oils out there, and it's just incredible. If you go online to the Young Living website, you can just start to see all the different blends that they've designed, all the single oils that they have. It's just awesome. The other thing I wanted to mention is just that it might seem at first that the starter kit is a huge investment and maybe it's too much money for you to spend all at once on just some oils and a diffuser. But the thing is, you are getting so much value with the kit. And I don't just mean financially. I mean, this kit can provide you with so many different supports in your body, for your mind. It's just incredible, and it's nice to just know they're there, because if you're anything like me, we're quick to reach for an over-the-counter because we don't want to be in pain or discomfort, and because we have lives that we need to live. So we need to not have a headache, or we need to not be in pain because we have kids and work and all these other things. So sometimes we take these things and we don't think about it too much, but they could be harming us in the long run. So it's nice to have something that's gentler and more natural as an option. Say you have a headache, instead of taking a pain medication by mouth, you could just have a little peppermint and see, and maybe that's all you needed to take the edge off. Maybe you were actually stressed and the stress was causing the headache. So if you used an oil to help to just calm down and relax, your headache will go away and you'll feel more relaxed, and you didn't have to take a drug for that. So that's what I really like about it, is it gives you so many options. They're always there, and if one doesn't work, maybe another one works for you. Everyone's body is different, so that's the other thing. You want to have these options and things that you can just try in different combinations, and you'll know how you feel, and you won't be harming yourself in the process. Let's see. The other thing I like about it is that I've now been able to cut back on so many things that I used to buy. So I would buy a toilet cleaner, a kitchen spray for the counters, dryer sheets, laundry detergent. I make my own now because I'm able to do that. I found a simple recipe, I throw in some purification, and when I compare my one detergent to the one I just made, my clothes look awesome, and they look clean, and I don't see a difference, and I smell a difference, which is I don't smell artificial scent, I smell natural scent. So you see a lot of products for cleaning that say lemon fresh scent or lavender scented. Well, it's a fragrance, and it's a fragrance that's made in a laboratory with chemicals and solvents and all kinds of things that you really don't want in your body. But we're so accustomed to just grabbing those things and throwing them in our cart and using them day after day and year after year against our skin, which is so absorbent. It might not be so good. So that's kind of where my thinking is with the value. There are so many things that this kit can do for you if you're interested in learning more. And it might seem overwhelming at first because you're thinking, how could I be spewing all of this out? Like I must somehow know something, studied this for so long, but that's not the case at all. I just bought my kit. I started to sort of experiment with my oils. I read stuff online, talked to people, and I just tried them and I used them, and they made me feel really good. And I think that's the best thing about the oils, is they just make you feel good, they smell good, you feel healthier because you feel good. So a lot of it is emotional as well. So there are just so many benefits. So it's worth its weight in gold, I would say. And the diffuser as well, if you've had other diffusers like I have, this one is just so much better for me, for our family. I want one on every floor because they're so easy to use. There's just nothing about it I would change. So overall, I only have really positive things to say about the starter kit and the diffuser. And I hope that this video was valuable to you. I'm just going to make sure I've remembered to tell you all the key things I need to tell you. There is just a few other things. When you buy a starter kit, some people worry that buying one means that they're becoming a member of Young Living, which means that they have to somehow participate in the business of Young Living and, sell oils or something like that, or be somehow committed. But that's not the case at all. So you do sign up under a member and you do receive a membership, but it's only a positive thing, because if you use your kit and you love it and you want to restock your oils, you can purchase more oils for a discounted wholesale price. So it's 24% off of the retail price, which is amazing. So that's just an option, and you can explore other oils that aren't in your kit, other blends, other products within the Young Living Thieves line or Ningxia Red, or all sorts of options, but there's no obligation or commitment or anything. So you can buy your kit and your diffuser, and you can just not ever buy anything from Young Living again. But you also could if you want to. So it's just nice to know there's no strings attached or anything like that. It's an amazing value, and I would strongly recommend it. So I think I'll wrap it up. I really hope you enjoyed this video, and good luck with your essential oil journey. Take care.